think you'll see the same kind of formula. It'll be a hard-working team, fights to the end, relentless team that really works hard, never going to give up, and is going to do things the right way. But as far as offensively, we got some extra pieces. Really good receiver room, really good running back room, offensive line, the whole nine. Great leaders, and really just a team that's ready to go out here and prove the world that we're the best team in the Big 12.
Expectations kind of put on this team. Do you feel like they're the same this year? Are they higher?
I don't know. A lot of the questions are like the same. What do you expect from this year?
When you went to the Manning camp, obviously you learned. I remember you saying you learned quite a bit from just being in that environment. What specifically a couple of things that you would take with you that will go into this season that you learned from that camp?
Like the biggest thing is just have a routine to your day. Map your days out, whatever that might be.
It's been really amazing.
Stick to your routine, have a schedule, do things the right way, and then just talking to people like John, Gruden, and Eli, and Peyton. Things those guys touched on, Peyton touched on it the most, is he was talking about that he wasn't the most athletic guy, so he had to be able to protect himself. He had to know where his hots were and things like that. So he knew his strengths and his weaknesses, and he was able to. He was such a smart quarterback that he was able to make up for what you might call a weakness of his, which was him not being able to run as much. So me just being able to be self-aware, figure out my strengths and my weaknesses, and play to my strengths more as the season goes on. Really excited being able to go out there. I think it's a great, it's gonna be a great environment, a great situation for us to play in. And really, it's something I'm going to be able to talk to my kids about one day. So it's going to be a really fun experience for us. But really just excited to get out, even if we were playing at K-State or if it was an away game. I don't really care where the game's at. I'm excited to get back out on the field.
Would you ever imagine going international, just playing a college game international?
No, it's crazy. It's actually a crazy thing to think about. And knowing that it's less than 2 months away is even crazier, because when they told us it was going to happen, it was before, like it was such a long time ago. So now that it's now we're coming up on it, it's definitely crazy to even think about, and something I never saw myself doing at the college level.
How much does having that rivalry game as a week 0 game just fuel you guys instead of just your usual week 0 cupcake?
Yeah, it's definitely extra motivation for us, knowing that we lost Iowa State the last 2 years. They beat us in the regular season last year and left a bad taste in our mouth. Definitely still doesn't sit right with me, and I know it doesn't sit right with the rest of this team. So we feel like we still owe those guys. So we're gonna, prepare our hardest and go out there and
it takes a lot of adjustment
get the win.
Like I said, week 0. So
how do you kind of handle being the face of the program after a year under your belt as a starter?
Really just.
Right around the corner here pretty soon.
I feel like I know it's really no different than last year as far as being the signal caller and a guy that people can turn to and see as a leader. Kind of just spending this offseason growing more into my leadership role, being more vocal, being that guy that people can come to in adverse times, and really just growing as a player, as a person, so that when hard times do strike on that field, guys know that I can. That they can count on me to settle them down and get things rolling again.
Avery, you talked about the receiver room. One of your new receivers is Caleb Medford. Have you had a chance to connect with him? So how's that process, and what are you looking for from him this season?
Yeah, Caleb, that's my guy. All those new receivers, like the chemistry in that receiver room is so well right now. We spend time in the facility, we spend time with each other outside the facility, and I think it only helps, it only translates. So I'm super excited for C-Med this year. Been able to connect with him during spring ball and routes on air and stuff like that, and super excited for him. Just him being a vet and has a lot of college football snaps under his belt, so excited to be able to line it up with him this year. What'd you say? I feel like winning the Big 12 championship, I want to go undefeated and win a national championship. Those are goals we talk about inside Veneer, inside our walls all the time. And those are goals we're going to shoot for, but continue to take it 1 week at a time and see where it gets us.
Unlike the kids, they kind of look up to you and see you. So you want to get to that position before you have to
yeah, anytime I get an opportunity to represent K-State, it's truly a blessing and an honor to be able to play at a school like this, to be able to play with these guys that are up here with me today. I don't take this honor for granted. Just knowing that my teammates voted me captain last year, and those guys count on me and see me as a leader, see me as somebody that they can look up to. It definitely is a really great feeling for me. So just continuing to try to carry myself in a way that people can look up to and try to mold themselves after.
How would you describe yourself as a leader at this point in your career?
I think I've made big strides this offseason. I think I've grown from year one as a starter to year two. Just being able to step out in front of the team, address the team a lot more this offseason. Taking a lot more things into consideration and taking a lot more control of things this offseason, because lack of that last year I think did hurt us. So being able to have that trial and error type of thing last year, that things I never knew I would need to do, that ended up hurting us. I know I can get in front of it this year. I think it'll help whenever the season comes around, but I don't just lead this team by myself. We have a lot of really good leaders, especially these guys up here with me today, that do a really good job of helping me so that it doesn't feel like I have the weight of the world on my shoulders. These guys do a great job of helping me with the offense, helping me with the defense, and holding me accountable as well, so that my leadership never wavers.
Avery, can you talk about the quarterback play of the Big 12 and being a part of 9 quarterbacks coming back this year, and does that elevate your play this year?
I definitely think it does, and I think competition is a great thing. And I think it only, like you said, I think it only will elevate my game, and it will only push me to work harder and try to compete with those guys week in and week out, but not getting so caught up in who's the best quarterback in the Big 12. Oh, did I play better than this guy this game? We go against each other. Who throws for the most yards? Who has the most touchdowns? And at the end of the day, the stat that matters the most is the wins and losses. So how many games can we win this year is all I'm really worried about.
What do you think the key is going to be for the offensive line with so many newcomers?
I think really just the biggest thing is just confidence and chemistry. It's a lot of new guys, a lot of new voices, and we got guys coming from different schools, different transfer portals, stuff like that. So they still have to learn our offense, and it's really just going to come down to communication and trusting one another. Those guys spend a bunch of time with each other outside the facility. They're already building great chemistry right now. So TP's done a great job with them as well. We have some guys that played some valuable snaps for us last year that are coming back, that are helping guide people in the right direction. But I have no doubt in my mind whenever week 0 rolls around and we're in Dublin ready to take on Ireland, those guys are going to be ready to lay it out all on the line for me. So I'm going to do the same.
From this spot, I'm going to slant this way. He knows what I'm going to do sometimes before. So being able to smooth.
Yeah, I think really just the biggest thing is we're really like-minded. So a lot of times he'll say things that I'm thinking, and vice versa. And the best thing about Coach Wells is the way that he coaches. He's hard on me. He pushes me. He challenges me to elevate my game. And I think you really need that out of a coach, because it keeps me from being complacent. And the biggest thing that helps with my accuracy that he always preaches is pocket movement, keeping a base in the pocket, keeping 2 hands on the ball in the pocket, always being ready to pass after you throw, not drifting, things like that. If you can keep good feet, if my feet are good, and I'm aligned to where I'm throwing the ball, then my accuracy is 100 times better than when I get toesy and my feet are all clinking against each other. So he's done a really good job of incorporating drills into practice and stuff like that, things that I can work on so that it comes natural whenever it happens in a game-like setting.
So last season you finished at Penn State, number 2 rusher. What are you taking? What are you doing? Like, did you put more weight on your frame to carry the load?
I think he does a really good job of it. Like, I've been where we need to have for that.
You can't see it?
So,
Nah, but yeah, I put on probably like about 10 pounds this off season. Last year I played probably around 190, anywhere from 192 to 188, depending on when the kickoff was. This year I'm going to play above 200. Still climbing right now, but this is the fastest I've ever been. This is the strongest I've ever been. This is the heaviest I've ever been. So I think it's only going to help me in the run game. And just continuing to put on the right weight. And as long as I'm still feeling twitchy and fast, I'll put on as much weight as I need to, because I don't think it can hurt me unless I lose my speed or quick twitch ability.